This is the moment the Black Series changed what Star Wars figures could be, and we're about to show you why. Welcome everybody to Ackbar's Attic. Today we are going to be talking about the orange line, number 5 through 8. We went through 1 through 4, Luke and R2 and Darth Maul and the Sand Trooper.
The sad part is I know them in order. That's disgusting.
Let's just jump into it.
Let's get this mother crock!
Into number 5, which is long neck Princess Leia slave outfit.
What?
Is it called long neck?
No, it's not called long neck, but she looks funny.
Now here's the crazy part. This Leia was actually sculpted using analog reference photos, not digital scans. Much of these early Black Series faces were painted with only 3 apps, which is why the likeness always felt not quite right.
Also 2013. I say long neck because when you look at her, it looks like she's got her neck folded with a little chain. It's weird.
It's like someone jerked her neck with
Yeah,
the
the other problem I have with this one is it's almost like Hasbro didn't even try to hide the joint lines. Hips, knees, everything. You can see they're plain as day. They tried zero to hide those. Maybe the technology didn't exist back then. I don't know.
Looking into these exposed joints, this was actually not a mistake. Early Hasbro engineering favored articulation over silhouette or the aesthetics of the figure. This Leia is the perfect example of their ambition outpacing technology.
Be careful not to choke on your aspirations, Director.
This was the other part of the lot sale that I was talking about with R2-D2. And yeah, the boxes are a little dinged up. Yeah, if I got it graded, that would affect the rating, but the product inside is mint and has never seen the air. I don't know about anybody else. When I saw Return of the Jedi, I got a little hot and bothered for Leia in that slave outfit, right?
I think we all already had a crush on her.
Right. But this figure, not
Yeah, no, this does not do her
really
any
doing
favors.
it for me. I don't know if there's some approval process when you get a figure made of you or if you just sign your life away when you do a movie, but
You sign your life away when you do movies.
they could have done a better job. Kind of looks like her. She's also like bug-eyed. I don't know. It's just weird. They did an all right job, but I think they could have done better.
Yeah.
And that's all I have to say about this figure, really. Moving on to number 6. So glad that I chose this helmet because the next one, number 6, is a Boba Fett.
Nice.
I think this figure was very well done. It captures the likeness of Boba Fett.
Now, this was the first Black Series figure to sell out instantly. Collectors back then talked about Boba like he was a myth. If you found him on a shelf, you were lucky. This one figure created the hype cycle for these figures.
The orange line there, this figure was used again in the Comic-Con release of Boba Fett, the deluxe Boba Fett with Han Solo in Carbonite, which came in this box with, I don't know if you can see the little Boba face there.
And it's got a green line on the back.
Yeah, it has a green line,
That's pretty
but
cool.
it was released as part of the orange line.
So what do you mean at Comic-Con? Did Comic-Con to get special toys?
Yes. You're leading the witness. Yes. If you don't know, New York City Comic Convention, San Diego Comic Convention, European Convention, Star Wars celebrations, there's always a release. And I don't just mean figures. They release a figure.
You don't mean figuratively?
A figure, a Hot Wheels, a Funko Pop, fig pins, Hallmark ornaments.
Do you just get them in a booth there?
Yeah, they have a booth for all and they make, I know for the Hallmark ornaments, they only make 3,000 or 4,000 between the 2 East and West Coast conventions, and that's it. If they don't sell them all, the Comic-Con releases will pop up on Hasbro Pulse online, and you can buy them there. But depending on what they are, they usually sell out. And then you got to wait until someone decides to sell it on eBay. I have zero, I can't even nitpick anything on this Boba Fett. It's very well done. It looks amazing. What I can't remember is if his rocket actually fires out of the backpack. There's nothing that I can really complain about on this. The paint's good. They even have the dings on his armor correctly.
His armor dents aren't random. The sculptor carved each one from Lucasfilm's digital reference archive. Some dents match the Empire Strikes Back costumes exactly.
Boba Fett was just like stone cold badass, dude. I like this figure actually. It's a lot better than the Leia.
Yeah.
All of them are. I feel bad because all of these figures, I'm always, oh, this is like an 8 out of 10. This is a 9 out of 10. This is 8.5 out of 10. This is a 9.5 out of 10. I don't really have a range because they're always really good. But Leia anchors it down at the 1.2, the 2 out of 10 for me. If I'm comparing toys, I'm always like, is it as bad as that Leia? That's just how I grade things.
So that's the worst you've seen so far?
That's the worst I've seen
All
so
right.
far.
Well, number 7 is Greedo.
Poor Greedo.
Yeah, poor Greedo. So
Greedo was the first alien in the Black Series with a fully textured head sculpt. Hasbro used him as a test case. They thought, if we can get Greedo right, we can do any alien. And collectors noticed. This sculpt hit way above expectations.
single figure release. I don't remember if this is the exact same figure was used in it, but there was a Toys R Us exclusive with Han Solo called Cantina Showdown, where Greedo and Solo are sitting down like in A New Hope with the table, and it's a cutaway scene of them at the table.
I bet you have.
I want to say it is the same figure, but don't quote me on that. Overall, this is a pretty good looking figure. I haven't looked at any detailed photos of Greedo to compare.
Here's a fun fact. Greedo's color has confused fans for decades. In the film lighting, he shifts from teal to green. So Hasbro used archival photos instead of film stills to get his color on the figure.
But just checking it out, looking through the window, it's a pretty accurate description of the character. There was nothing that was glaring at me as, oh, that's not right. I think I paid dang near $70 for this one when I bought it.
Just to fill the collection.
Yeah, because I couldn't find it, and that was the lowest price with the best looking box. Do I want to pay $350 for a single Leia with a good box? No. So I got the lot sale. The boxes are kind of dinged. I'll accept that.
Right.
But for this one, there was no lot sales, and this was the only box that didn't have jacked up corners. So it looks pretty close to mint, looking at the corners of the box and the cardboard. Not a lot of scuffs on the plastic. So those are just things I look for. I'll pay a little more if the box, the window, everything looked like it just came off the shelf. But if they're too much, I'll just take whatever's decent to get an affordable price, because really the figure is still mint. It's just the packaging. If you do get it graded, they're going to look at the packaging, the plastic, see if it's open, and then they're going to look at the figure through. I even think I was looking at the grading criteria. If the plastic yellows, that detracts from the grading. That's why I get the pet protectors or UV protection as well as dust protection.
Nice. And we can't move on to the next one without letting everybody know Han shot first.
Sorry about the mess.
Well, speaking of which, the next figure is number 8. I'll just put them back to back here. And it's Han Solo.
Nice.
So I was talking about the Cantina Showdown Toys R Us exclusive, and these two figures are what you see, except they're set in there. Han's reclining and Greedo's sitting across the table. I think Han Solo was part of the lot deal, actually. Or maybe he was a duplicate. This one came from the lot sale, and what I do is I compare the boxes and whatever has less dings in it. And this one still has some dings. It's the better looking box. So realistically, if something was produced in 2013 and it's 12 years later and there's just some minor corner dings, that's pretty good in my book.
Yeah.
Most people don't store them in plastic protectors.
So there's extra hands in Han's.
Oh,
Han has extra hands.
does he?
Yes.
Honestly, never even noticed there were extra hands in there. There's extra hands with hand.
I noticed Darth Maul had an extra face.
It's kind of, with collecting though, it's kind of like, oh, well, I've got the figures. Now I need to get the deluxe one from Toys R Us. And I would assume most people know this, but Toys R Us no longer exists.
Man.
The Toys R Us exclusives are becoming more rare, hence the price seems to be going up on them. But I picked up the Cantina Showdown, A, because it had the Toys R Us sticker on it, but B, because it just looks badass with them at the table recreating that scene from the very first Star Wars movie. And that's eventually, when I have a dedicated space, I do think I'm going to take these out and make my own scenes. But until that time, they will remain hermetically sealed in a cryostasis. Just to, if the crap hits the fan and I'm going to lose my house, I can at least get my money back. Hopefully. Selling these is not as easy as you would think.
I mean,
It's
like,
not. I usually put it on at the recommended price that eBay suggests, and then I consistently get lowballed for the item.
Oh, so are these your dupes? Or-
Yeah, when I get duplicates, I put them online because if I can't sell them, I open them up and let my kids play with them, and then I can actually put my hands on them.
Mhm. Toys, not your kids.
Yeah, no, not my kids on these.
I'll put the hands on them if they
Yeah.
need that.
But I was telling Stardust earlier, I had an Ahsoka Tano Holocom that I got as part of a lot deal, and I already have one. And I let it go in a $5 protector for $9. And they retailed, when you bought them new, they were almost 40 bucks. Because I just have a basket of duplicates, and I'd rather somebody else enjoy the figure than just have them sitting in my closet.
Not his buddy Stardust, who just said Ahsoka's one of his favorite Force wielders out of the entire galaxy.
It's just a holocron. I got an Ahsoka for you in there. I got an Ahsoka in there.
Oh, I was
Stop
like,
crying.
yeah, sorry, no, I was smiling really big.
Yeah.
You couldn't see.
I will try to remember. I owe you guys an answer on the hands because I've never even noticed there were extra hands in there. I'm glad you brought that up.
That's
I've never looked
Pretty
into
obvious.
that. So, I mean, to me, the more accessories, the more likely is you're going to lose an accessory.
Yeah, no.
And man, are these things stuck in the plastic. I
Yeah,
did
you
open
really
a-
have to, like, you really have to, like,
Yeah, you have to pop them out. I did open, and when we get to the blue line, I did have an extra Chewbacca, and I did open that and let the kids play with it, and it's pretty cool to pull it out. It was fun I unboxed it, and then I unboxed it again.
your mother said last night.
That's what your mother said. These are the oldest Black Series, so when I started collecting, I wanted to start. The first number one I ordered was Luke Skywalker for Orange Line.
Mhm.
And I had to research because I was like, how long have these been around? Because these boxes are different. And as I went back, I was like, holy crap, they've been around since 2013. They started with this one. And I like these boxes the best.
Yeah.
They're plain, but done really well. And they just keep trying to get more fancy with
Yeah, I agree.
know.
They're easily stacked.
Well, then the other problem is Orange Line and Blue Line are this size,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah.
Well, then you go to Red Line and they're shorter and thinner. Then you go to the Galaxy Collection, their height, I think, is slightly different, and then they're angled. And then they went from the angled to the square boxes, and they cut down the size on the square boxes from this and the Red Line. So it's, dude, like what, like pick a size,
Yeah,
you know? It's like, what are we doing? And I do like the murals on the Galaxy Collection because
Yeah, I
if you
do.
put them on a shelf, you can see all the characters and it looks really cool. But finding a protector for those that somebody make, like the Figure Shield,
Mm-hmm.
makes a curved protector for those. That
Yeah.
it perfectly fits, slides right in, and has the protector right over the curve. But you're paying like $5 a protector.
Yeah.
And they're not even as thick as these. They're real thin. I dropped a figure once. It protected the box, but the corner of the pet cracked because it's so thin. So I had to throw it out and get a new protector.
Yeah.
I mean, it did its job, but it's not very thick, so it does. I don't think it really protects them much. Well, I'm excited to finish up the Orange Line in our next segment.
That's all we have for you today. Hit the smash the,
Hit the smash
hit
button.
the smash button.
Oh my God.
Oh no, don't
Okay, you're not allowed to talk anymore.
smash the like button.
Yeah, like the smash. All
Like
right.
the smash.
Hashtag shh.
Hashtag like the smash. All right. Drop a comment. Let us know how we're doing, what you like, what you don't like. If not, Boba's coming after you. He's going to fet you up.
All right, guys.
All right.
Take care. We'll see you next time.
And until next time, may the force be with you.
Gorillas don't be need us.